bit of noise in the back. It's my washing machine because, well, I do washing and it's real life. Anyways, on scamming, being alert, and doxing, it's not a cool thing to dox. There was a girl who said basically that uh, she didn't reply to someone's email on a particular social site, a very well known kink site, and the person threatened to report them um, to the site's administrators because, basically they weren't being replied to. Then they received an actual email saying, "Oh, we need your ID and etc. etc. to verify who you are." That supposedly was from that website. Now, the person did the right thing in asking other people, is this normal? Is this usual? And the big fat thing was no, not for this particular website that prides itself on being anonymous. So to ask for verification, a bit iffy, or just slightly dodgy, or a whole lot dodgy, really. Anyway, um, I recommend going to the original website, the actual website that you're on, and contacting them directly, emailing them at support, taking screen captures of what they're doing, what address they're using, expand it out to find the information, and say, look, these people are saying that, blah, 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 this is the situation. I refused to contact this person, blocked them or whatever, and didn't reply to their PM. And then next thing you know, I am getting these emails. They've been threatening me, all sorts of other stuff. Go through those channels, but don't click on the links. Don't even reply to the emails. Like hit reply to that email. Just sort of park it somewhere, and take all the evidence, and then sort of give it to the proper authorities or the proper people that are supposed to be administering the website, because doxing ain't cool. You've got to be alert, because these days a lot of people have time on their hands, and with the advent of a lot of people being on the internet, even more so, there's a lot of scams and scammers out there, so just be aware of that. So yeah. Anyway, have you needed to be alert recently with a lot of the things going on? Are you protecting yourself properly? And be aware that doxing is not cool, particularly in the kink world. I mean, there's plenty of people I know who kind of do business with kinky people, and some of them like, oh, but I'm afraid that they might out me to, my clients or my customers. And there's one particular person I know that have websites and all that host normal stuff on, and I'm like, well, if you're worried about being held hostage because of your personal life to a person you do business with, then perhaps you shouldn't be doing business with them. Because if you're trusting them with all this information and your client's information, you don't really want to go there. Because, I mean, the instances where people have, like, out of spite taken over websites, or use their authority to do stupid things and send out mass emails and get them banned and cause all sorts of problems, And to me, that's pretty much against what we're about. Fair enough, if they've done something bad, you go to the proper authorities and report them, like illegal stuff. But if they're annoying, or you had a bad breakup in a relationship, don't blow it out of proportion. Don't go all hell bent and dox them. It's just really stupid. It makes you look really stupid and petty, because it's like airing out dirty laundry. I'm not for it at all. I don't like it. I mean, I mentioned some things about my past and some things, but I just mention it in like a vaguish kind of way. If it's pertinent to what I'm talking about, and I think it might help somebody later on, I will mention a bit more detail. But as you notice with a lot of these things, I don't like to get any identifying details. So people have asked me questions or to other situations and stuff like that, because it's just not cool. And it doesn't inherit that, bring on that inherent trust that is needed into what it is that we do, and that's something that is important. I mean, so many people go on about, oh, I've got to trust this person, I've got to trust that person. But do you trust them. Like, you can trust them with something, but you can't trust them with something else. So, at what level is that trust? And if you can't trust them with something more important, then what's the point of continuing on that line? Anyway, so being alert, be aware. People will take advantage of the fact that a lot of people are also now in a state of panic and stress with all things like they got hit. Like in Australia, they got hit with like bushfires, and they got hit with COVID. Now they're getting hit with climate change, and Black Lives Matter trying to reel everything into making you scared, terrified, submissive, whatever. Don't give in, because that gives you into this mindset of being able to fall even easier for these stupid scams that are going around. At the moment in Australia, it's tax season, so there's a lot of scams going around saying, you know, either your tax file or your credit card number, you're going to get a warrant for your arrest if you don't call this number and pay us this money. And I'm like, well, most of the time just ignore it, because if you call and reply, then they can hit you and keep the scam going. You can ignore it, or you just go, right, this is the time and date, this is the call, blah blah blah. Report it or call up directly, not use the number that they give you, but note it down, and you call up the actual company or the people involved, particularly with the ATO one and the credit card, and if it has anything to do with your accountant or your finances, call them up directly or send them a message saying, guys, I got this email, phone call, text, whatever, just to let you know this is what's happening. Okay? So, be alert. If you've ever been scammed in your life, and plenty of people have, I've had, you know, credit cards compromised. It seems to be the thing du jour these days. Like every couple of years, everyone, I think, has had their IDs or credit cards at least being tested out, because nothing is inherently safe. I mean, all these VPNs that go around, I'm like, but somebody actually has to have the key still. You still have to give your credit card details to these guys that have the VPNs. So the only real benefit is, I don't know, being able to access stuff from overseas. Anyway, I best bet get going and get on with it. I'm thinking about maybe reeling down my go lives to maybe a couple of times a week, given a lot of stuff I've been doing lately, all behind the scenes, getting things ready, testing things out like this, and trying to work out how to do things through like Streamlabs and stuff like that. Still trying to get my head around a lot of it. I mean, doing it all by myself, but I think I'll reach out to a few people and see what they think, see if they've had any experience, and see if they can help me with that. But yeah, anyways, stay safe, be alert, because the world needs more alerts. Keep calm, keep wearing the rubbers. Anyway, catch you guys later. Bye.